Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brywood alongside Darren Schoenrock. Coach, conference season is underway now. Even though you didn't get the series win at Wichita State, always big just to get a win on the road in this league. That's huge.
Yeah, you know, you take them a day at a time, and I told the team going into Sunday, we basically the first two games were kind of decided on one inning each day. It was basic, and really the whole series. Each winning team had an inning where they pounded out 5 hits in a row, and they did it to us Friday, they did it to us Saturday, and we did it to them in the ninth on Sunday. So it was like the games were pretty evenly played until it was just kind of bang, 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 just like a real quick shot. And so going into Sunday, you don't talk about avoiding a sweep, you talk about going to grab a win. We've got to attack this thing and grab a win. We found the moment to attack on Sunday. We found a reliever that had been in the game on Friday. He had a vulnerable moment where he elevated a few fastballs. Velocity was a little bit down from where it was Friday, and we capitalized on it. But very solid team, very good arms. Definitely an American Athletic Conference team in Wichita. None of us have records we'd like right now, but the players on the field, I think they're going to be a good club down the stretch.
The most important thing is you do get a win because the returners will know last year you start out 0-3 in the league, you lose the next week, you're 1-5, you're digging out of a hole. So you do have that win. You're not in an 0-3 hole having to dig out.
Yeah, that's what you hope. And then, you know, you got to take advantage of home with the balance of home series and road series. So, you know, and I told the team we'll have to find a way and grab a moment somewhere to make this up along the stretch where we have to try to find a way to win a series on the road at some point to capitalize to neutralize losing a series. So, but you know the resiliency this team has shown in coming back from tough at bats, tough innings, tough moments to what's the fighting the next day has been very good.
Colton Neal, a really nice Sunday, 3 for 5, got his 4th save. He came in as a durable player the last 2 years. You weren't able to use him as much on both sides of the ball, but this year it looks like you're able to incorporate him a little bit more on the mound as well as in the field.
Yeah, he's just got a very calming, cool presence about him as a pitcher, and I think his ability to, and it's not a real typical closer that's going to go in there and throw 95 and throw a bunch of balls by people. But the calmness, the way he can execute pitches, he can attack different parts of hitters' weakness. He has the ability to pitch backwards, is what we call, secondary pitches behind the count, fastballs ahead, and he and Jason work very well together. So that's emerged as something that Coach Mack and I talked about prior to the season. Our goal was to get Colton in 15 games this year, and then I upped it after the first 2 weeks. I told Coach Mack, I said, I'm changing, I'm going 20 now. So, and he had a nice weekend at the plate too. So starting to emerge as the player, that we hoped he would be, and Colton's calmness is a big part of who he is.
One of the neat things too, I guess, is the guys get to go to Wichita into one of the historically really great programs, 7 World Series, a national title. They were one of those teams through the mid-'80s to the mid-'90s, really kind of elevated the game nationally for college baseball.
They were one of those 10 programs, that I talk about that changed the landscape of college baseball. Gene Stevenson, the coach that was orchestrating everything, was on the same lines with Ron Frazier at Miami and Ron Polk at Mississippi State, and a lot of Skip Bertman at LSU that were changing the landscape of college baseball. And Friday, Gene came down to our dugout and saw us a little bit and visited and enjoyed seeing that. He kind of hangs around the ballpark and enjoys seeing teams come in there now, and he's very prideful of what they have built there. Even though he hasn't had the opportunity to coach in it, he knows he had a big part in building what is there, and it's an absolutely wonderful place to play. The surface, the stands, the amenities, it's one of the top ones around, and it didn't happen overnight. It came into fruition, and Gene gave us the history of how it happened, little by little. 7 renovations since 1980. And to get to where they are today, but very good venue to play in and a lot of history.
All right, Coach, this weekend you're back at home in conference. Houston Cougars, perennial favorite in the American Conference. Last year, the first year, they weren't in the championship game down at the league tournament, but still a very formidable team.
They always throw strikes. They always execute offensively. They keep battling. All 27 outs. The Todd Whitting coach teams never give you anything. You have to earn everything you get against them. That's why they've been so good through the years. So it'll be another one of those kind of teams, I assume. Joe Davis, their DH is having a phenomenal year. You're showing the power that, and they've had to replace 2 starters on the weekend. So I'm anxious to see it unfold. And second weekend of conference play, got to take advantage at home.
How do you think you're going to go rotation-wise this weekend?
We're planning to go same Hunter Smith, and then Alex Hicks, and then Chris Durham. I was happy with our rotation. Alex and Hunter each gave up an inning where they went pow, 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 and got those hits in a row. Chris was able to, on Sunday, kind of navigate that. He did get tired and he started elevating, but boy, he kept him off stride so much early. It allowed us to get out in front, and then we had to recover some stuff out of the bullpen. But happy with the way the rotation's going right now.
All right, Coach, we'll see you at the ballpark.
Thanks, Jeff.
Head Coach Darren Schoenrock, I'm Jeff Brightwell with the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.